Welcome to day 2 in our Christmas week of Webisodes, and it's going to be a dazzling day.
Because we've got 228 brand new Dazzles.
Absolutely.
Winter and Christmas Dazzles, oh my.
And wait till you see what's been done with them.
Come play with us.
And here they are. In addition to our dazzling Dazzles,
right,
we also have a very special Christmas sequin collection that is exclusive to Paper Wishes, and you can see how gorgeous they are.
Yeah, there's some fun shapes in there, some great different looks, some sparkly ones, and just some nice colorful ones.
And I love this little tin that comes with it, that they come in, and so you can see.
Oh, there we go, sparkle, sparkle.
Yeah, it's going to go perfectly with a brand new paper collection you'll see later this week.
Absolutely. And then, like we said, 5 different sets of Dazzles. We have snow buddies, jeweled snowflakes, snow globes, Christmas scribble shapes, and Christmas lanterns. And we're going to go through each of those individually with the cards, but I just want to show you that on our Dazzles sheets we always give you ideas. So you're going to get an idea here on the front of the snow buddies, and then on the back we have we show you how to lift them, how you can color them in for backing Dazzles, and we always give you a detail of what's in there. And aren't those cute? Those are adorable.
And this particular one has 74 Dazzles in it.
74 in those snow buddies. And we'll show you a project with that.
Right, but that's going to be at the very end. We're going to begin with our jeweled snowflakes, and I thought it might be easier for you to see right here. Just gorgeous.
Beautiful.
And they are the silver pearl with silver foiling on the edge, and kind of a Christmas takeoff on our twilight jewels that we had earlier in the year.
But I noticed, you know, it does say Merry Christmas, but it also says you are one of a kind, so you can use it for a winter theme and a Christmas theme.
Exactly. Great for a birthday in the winter too. Here is Teresa's take on using it. Isn't that gorgeous? It
is beautiful, and that's just simply placing those Dazzles on patterned paper, and then if you mat that piece, then that makes it the focal of your card.
Right.
Add those little ones around there, and I love the blue jewel Dazzles that are used on top of those. That just makes that perfect statement.
So well. And Teresa elected to use this wonderful, really chunky charm.
Yeah.
It is metal, and it's a little heavy, but it's really a wonderful statement. Goes along beautifully with the jewels.
She said that she had to attach that with extra sticky, or she decided to attach it with an extra sticky tape to make sure that it didn't go anywhere. So
right.
Good idea. I'm thinking up at the top, I will point out up at the top there's a little hole there, so you could actually loop the ribbon through that as well, and that would keep it on there just fine.
And actually, while you're up there at the ribbon, Teresa is well known around these parts for her beautiful work with ribbons, and you can see an example right there.
If you want to see more of her ribbon treatments, she's got a wonderful DVD.
Ways with Ribbons.
Right.
And on the inside of her card, look how fun and festive that is.
That's just fun.
Now,
that is great.
With the silver Dazzles, you probably want to use them on darker colors because then they'll just really pop. So there, it's a good example for you. Now we're going to go into the snow globes, and as you would imagine, they are going to work beautifully.
They are. There are several different snow globes on here, so you're going to see here are the details of what you're getting. 3 separate snow globes with lots of messages and details. 45 pieces total here, and here's what you can do with that.
Right, here's Teresa's take. Now, what she did was to back the bottom, and the top of this, she used the glitter foil. These are the clear glitter sheets. And if you haven't seen these before, you are in for a treat.
And I know we said glitter foil, but it's really more of a, you know, it's translucent, it's got that glitter embedded in there so it doesn't come off.
And it's self-adhesive.
Right.
So it just adds the glitter without the mess.
Right. So that's really easily done. Just really quickly, I'm not going to do that whole thing, but I want to show you the basics. Peeling that off, see how easy that was? Peel that off, and I'm going to place the base on the brown cardstock or craft cardstock. I just place it up there at the edge to make it easy. Then I just cut that off. Now I'll have that brown base, and when I'm done cutting it out, then I just place the entire piece right on top of that clear glitter sheet. When I'm done with that, I can just cut that out. I can actually peel this off and stick it on white cardstock, so I'll get that nice white look behind.
And then you would just cut those together and foam tape this onto the card. And isn't that just really pretty? A nice size to go onto your cards. Now we use 5 by 6.5 inch cards. You see it works beautifully there. If you have a smaller card, it's going to work perfectly also. Right. I also like the paper ribbons coming from behind. I think that's really nice.
Right.
Holding
really
that
easy.
greeting.
Really easy just to cut a little V shape at the end of those papers.
And then on the inside, she chose to use another one, and Love and Joy is going. So that's what I love about the Dazzles, is not only do you have your focal, but you've got those accents, you've got the words, you've got a complete set.
Everything that you need is right there with the Dazzles.
Not bad for $1.99, is it? Now we're going to go into the Christmas lanterns, and this is what it looks like.
Just beautiful Christmas lanterns. I'm going to just, right on the front here, right away, that gorgeous idea. You can see all of the detail work, the filigree with those lanterns. And again, on the back, you're getting 46 pieces with these Dazzles. And they're just packed in there. We had to put them in sideways so that we could fit them in. May your Christmas glow with joy, let your heart be light. So many great messages.
And here's Teresa's take on this. Now, she chose to do a 5-inch square card, and she did go back and use one of the Artful card kits. So you'll see that down below on.
That is a beautiful
and in
look.
the gallery.
Right. And this is one piece of paper that has that collage style look. A couple of little of the die cuts from the kit, but those gorgeous Dazzles.
Isn't that beautiful? Just stunning. Now you can see that there is a silver glow in our lanterns.
Right, because each of the lanterns was first backed on pearl adhesive sheets.
Right, and so that's what these look like. They come in a set with gold and silver. And actually, I think these are going to be heavily used all week. I think we used them yesterday.
Right.
And so
they're very Christmassy. They're very wintry. So perfect match. I do love the use of the Dazzles just coming in off the edge here, several layers.
Now you might think of those just as borders, but look what Teresa's done. On the inside, oh, isn't that gorgeous?
Isn't
May
that
your
beautiful?
Christmas glow with joy.
Taking one of the paper labels from the Artful card kit, layering it over the die cuts, and adding the Dazzles right on top.
Perfect. Fits perfectly too. Very, very nice.
Beautiful.
So that is our lanterns. Oh, you know what? This is combining the last two. So we have the
lanterns and the snow globes on one beautiful page, and they've been backed with this Dazzles material, nice and sparkly. Look at that shine.
Right. This is
beautiful.
the Sparkle and Shine. Thank you. Yeah. Sparkle and Shine. It's got all of these pieces in it. Both the sparkle and the shine, as you can see.
Right, so mirror and sparkle.
They're self-adhesive, and isn't that gorgeous? Right back there. Then we've got the lantern, just going right up over our journaling.
Beautiful.
And also those areas have been bagged, good tidings, and the lantern.
And here's an example of using the digital download for this kit for Christmas Wonder. So you can print that out. You can do your journaling right on top of that and print it out.
And of course that's free. Those downloads are free with every collection. And look how, I love how these are framing. The lanterns are just framing everything. Very, very pretty.
Beautiful.
On both sides. Very nice. So really great, great use.
Okay, so our next we have...
Yes, this is using...
We're getting them out here.
Our Christmas scribble, momentary pause. Christmas scribbles. Now, this is what they're going to look like. So you can see the scribble idea, and I think it translates really well into Dazzles. These are all gold. And here's Teresa's take on it, but wait a minute. These are colored.
They are colored, and it's super easy to do that. I love the way she colored just parts of them and then colored the smaller ones, put them on top. I've got a craft sheet, and I've got a green Spectrum Noir pen. So she used a couple of sets, the greens and the reds from the Spectrum Noir. Here I'm lifting up those wonderful gold scribbles.
Now you
Dazzles.
can color them while they're on the sheet too.
You can, but it's kind of nice to get them separate so you're not coloring anything else around it. Right. So I've got that on my craft sheet. I'm going to open up the wide end, I think, of this nice dark green. and just start coloring. And see, if I were to color this on paper, this is really quite dark green. It kind of lightens up a bit when you go on the pearl.
Quite a bit.
Right, and so very simply just going across like that. And
oh,
then
the labor of that.
I know, I'm getting tired. But we get to the end of it like that, and I've only done the tree. I've not done the base of the tree or the star. And then when I lift it up off of my craft sheet,
you will see a green tree with a gold star.
There we go.
Very nice. And
simple to do.
We don't talk about that often enough, and we should, because you can do that with any of the gold, silver, white Dazzles. It works perfectly.
Right. Dazzles are colored very simply.
Yeah, you can also use a StazOn ink pad, but the Spectrum Noir just works really nicely.
Sure.
This is a sidestep card. You can see all of the elements, like Gail said. You can take your tree, color it or not, add ornaments, colored or not, and you can see the magical season, how that really pops. And then we've got the holly in the back and a border in the front. And then on the inside, Teresa's also colored that bow red. So and also the Merry Christmas. So
right, beautiful.
You can just really play with those and change them for however you like.
Okay.
Now we do have one more Dazzle. In fact, it's the first one that you showed, the Snow Buddies.
We talked about the Snow Buddies with all those cute little creatures.
Yeah. And one thing I just want to point out, you can see that the Christmas things go from cutesy all the way to elegant and pretty and shades in between. So that's just what we do.
Lots of different themes, and I love the shaker card.
This is a shaker card, and
so
you're going to walk us through?
I am. So first of all, let's pull out the cutting dies that we use as circles and scallops cutting dies.
The basic one, yep.
So boy, we use that everywhere. Just get one of those and have it handy.
And you can see that there's the circle, but then the scallop was cut on the to place on top.
So you can cut that separately. Yeah. And this is done on the new Christmas cabin collection, which you're going to see later this week, pretty soon. So here is the paper. So one of the papers, Teresa took the paper and glued it onto a piece of cardstock. So that makes a nice, sturdy front. Took one of the circles, I think this is a 2.5 inch circle, about an inch from the top. She taped that in place and then ran it through the die cutting machine. Okay, so that cuts out your window. So I'm going to remove this because I need to use this circle again. And I'm going to pull in this foam, adhesive-backed foam. It is adhesive-backed foam. It's got this removable backing back here. And Teresa cut 2 pieces to fit that's going to be hidden right behind this before it's placed on your card front. Perfect idea. And we're going to make it nice and thick, so she wanted 2 pieces. So I removed the backing from one of them, and I'm going to stick it right on top of the other one. So that's a nice way. It's sort of like getting double stick or a double layer of foam tape. Now you've got a double thickness of that adhesive foam. I've still got this, oh, there's a label. I've still got this on the back that will stick off and place it on our card, but we want to cut another window in here. And here's what we do. We line that up with this, we make sure, oh, is that right where I want it? Yeah, it's right about there. And then we're going to run that through the die cutting machine.
You want to tape it in place?
I would, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. So you can put a couple of little pieces of tape there, no problem. And I know this is a double thickness, but this is kind of a funny thing. This is going to go
I'm really wondering what you're doing.
I tested it.
You think that's going to work?
I did it already. I know it works.
Okay.
Because the machine squishes it down pretty darn flat. So I've got that in between my sandwich, and I've got the big shot here, and we're just going to run it through. And look, I'm really not pushing hard. It goes right through.
Really?
And we'll see if that worked. I'm going to pull this
Nothing
out.
like doing it live to test, huh?
Right. So the only thing that has happened is like the edge of it got stuck because I didn't line up those sheets just perfectly. So there we go. So here we have it. And there it is.
It worked.
It worked. And it is a double layer. It's going to sort of pounce up a little bit from being squished at 6 down. One thing that, oh no, I'm going to go back to the window. I'm not done with the window yet. So here's the window that's going to be on top. You're going to place this on
what about your adhesive?
I'm going to, just a second. I'm going to place this on the card.
Right.
And I'm going to be able to put my sequins and stuff right inside there. And then I want that acetate place that right on the back here, and then you just glue it in place right on top of it. That'll capture those. One thing I want to mention, and let's look at the card.
Yeah.
You can talk about that.
What happens with the craft foam, the reason why I love using the self-adhesive craft foam is because it makes this a flat layer, so you don't have to do all those tiny pieces of foam
tape. So it's so nice. It's easy, simple,
and it gives you a surface here that is totally encapsulated, so that you're not going to have these running about and changing. The other thing that may happen, and often happens, is you're going to get kind of a halo of sequins or whatever you have
because it sticks
around
to the edges
Very
of that
nice.
cut surface just a little bit, and that is a really pretty look.
Yeah,
but
I like it.
if you would like them not to stick on the edges, so I felt this, and it's definitely, I can even sort of hear it, it's kind of tacky. Before you put this on your card, but after you've cut that hole, take your perfect pouch and just run it on the inside like so. Just go all the way around. It gets a little bit of chalk on there, and that covers up that sticky. It's no longer sticky. Done. Okay.
The other thing that's interesting about this is that we kind of thought when we developed this technique, self-adhesive craft foam is going to be everywhere. Well, not so. We actually couldn't find it in any of the chains or anything. So that's why we're carrying it for you, just to make the whole thing easy.
I'm just sitting here, I've got to do this because I just can't help myself. So I've got something, I'd set it on a card, but I've got something white so you can at least see it. So don't forget, you can put your little guys in there. Don't forget his little eyes. It's so cute.
It is.
Even be better with the sequins.
And that's the other thing I like, is that with this process, you can, and using Dazzles, they can go on the inside. You're going to have the greeting, you're going to have extra embellishments, so you don't have to have a stamp set.
Absolutely.
Unless you want to.
It's going to work for you.
The Dazzles will work beautifully. And then this has been attached to the front of the card. On the inside of the card, love you so much. Yes, well, you just have to do that.
Love you so much. That is adorable. Okay, so lots of adorable Dazzles, snow globes, Christmas lanterns, jeweled snowflakes, Christmas scribbles, and all of the wonderful things you can do with that. Nice job, Teresa.
Absolutely. Please join us tomorrow. We're going to have more Christmas goodies with Teresa.
See you then.